Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roll Our Troll. My name is Wade Acuff, and let's escape again. It's kind of been a theme with Roll Our Troll lately. We're gonna continue to escape a little bit. Let me explain what that means. But first, before we do any of that, there will be polls today. There should be a starting poll up now. I think Jack will have that for us. As we explain this a little bit, let me just start and say. There's some dinosaurs in today's stream, so if that's a problem for anybody, it will be a problem for me drawing wise, but hey, here we are. But we have to get on with this. Let me explain how Roll a Troll works. We roll, for those of you who've not been here, we roll a 20-sided die, and that will give us a result 1 through 20. And we will go over to our key, and I'll show you how that works, where I will reveal our options like so. And these are the options you'll find over on YouTube. Just remember, all the polls will be over on YouTube. So our starting options for today are Pardon the Eruption and Flying Tyrant. Well, you know, this says Escape from Rumblehump. So what is Escape from Rumblehump? It's fine. Everything's fine. Today, for this adventure, we find ourselves on a previously undiscovered island, possibly a long dormant volcano. Oh yeah, the island is also infested with dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures. So far, though, they've been relatively docile and honestly quite sleepy, kind of keeping with the tropical island vibes. So that's not too terrible of a situation, but we do find that there is an actual fluctuating low rumble emanating from the core of this island. It has grown, and at its crescendo, there has been a cacophonous explosion, sending the entire island into chaos. Rumblehump has erupted. Now we got to get out of here. But what is this island? What's chasing us? Who caused this disaster? And first and foremost, how are we going to get off this island in one piece? Help me to get those answers on today's Roll or Troll. So that's what we're doing today. I want to say hi to everybody in chat. What's up? Hi, Annika. What's up, Oliver? Jack, of course, thank you for being here. Chris, how's it going? Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one because, like I was saying, dinosaurs, not really my thing. I mean, you know, I like a challenge. That's why I'm doing this. But I do have a cheat sheet of sorts. This is kind of just a compositional illustration layout. You can kind of see where we're going with things. Nothing's locked in stone. Anything could change at this point. And speaking of, there are 2 timed troll tolls. If you pull your attention to these little pips up here. I've got an alarm set on my phone that will go off and initiate a troll toll. The way this works now, over on our Adobe Live Discord server, you'll have to hop on, and when the troll toll comes up, I will prompt you with what we're looking for. And it's going to be something on theme for the Escape from Rumblehump. Let me take a look. Okay, good. We already have a tie. Oh, wait, it's not a tie. Pardon the eruption. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this poll. That means we're probably going to start with our background of the mountain exploding. I'm going to end this poll while it is not tied, but that also means we can go ahead and start with our first roll. All right, here we go. A 4. Boop. All right, let's see what that 4 has for us. Okay. Oh, Pterodon come at me. Pterodon come at me. Okay. So we got some kind of pterodon. And do you think Thesaurus? I have a key for myself, so I know what I'm drawing here. This is a Dilophosaurus is what we're going to draw for Do You Thinkosaurus. I think these are the same ones if you've seen Jurassic Park, the kind of spitty, flared out, that thing, which I find apparently the real ones versus the movie ones are not the same. Huh, imagine that. So those are the options there. Jack will put these up for us. What's up, Ryan? How's it going? Monica, good to see you. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and before I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and make a note. All right. Boop. So we're probably gonna have both of these. Just saying. I just wanted to see which one we started with. Okay, I'm gonna dial this comp back a little bit. And I do sort of have an outline for this already. Again, possibly could change. The other thing that you're going to probably see me do in this one, in this roller troll that I don't often do in the others, I will be sizing up my, scaling up and down my brush. I don't do it a lot in others, but I think we're going to have to get in, just so everything's not super chunky. When it comes to the dinosaurs, which are going to be in this area mostly, possibly. It will probably be in other places as well. And I'm going to leave this kind of a mystery for now, because there are other options. I'm not sure if we're going to have a lava flow. Why not? We'll start one. We'll see what's happening. So the idea of this is just kind of a little, I mean, I don't know that this wasn't triggered by something, so that is something we can discuss. Obviously it could just be climate change or not. I don't know. But I'm thinking some mad scientist situation. Because one of the other alarms I have set for me is a character creation. If we get to a certain point in the stream and that hasn't happened yet, and that alarm goes off, then that's what we're gonna focus on for at least the next few minutes. Hey, what's up, Megan? How's it going? I'm gonna check in on this poll. Pterodon, come at me. Okay, why not? Why not end it there? I think as far as a sketch for this mountain goes, I think, or this volcano goes, I think we're okay for now. Doesn't mean I'm not going to dip my toe back into this at a later date, at a later time. It just means for now, I think we can move on. What's up, Umacorn? Jack, I'm going to end that poll, and we're going to start with another roll. Moving quickly. All right, here we go. Here we go. An 11. Oop. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make a note of this. And then see what 11 has for us. Eyes in the sky. Okay. I know what this one is. And B, in plain sight. So there's some sort of surveillance of some sort going on, and this could be for part A. That could be I'm thinking drones of some type. I don't know yet. And the plane is could be possible rescue. I don't know. Well, that's all part of the story. It could be also another version of someone watching the island. Who knows? But we do have a pterodon to come at us, I guess. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and name this Rumblehump. I guess the name would change because I'm imagining this island to have been rumbling for. That's probably how they located the island, the seismic rumble. Wade always beats the end of the poll with a delay. Got him. All right, so I think on the horizon is where I'm going to do this pterodon. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to erase out part of this lower part. Actually, I'll hide it for now. That way I'm not influenced necessarily by what I've seen. Now, just full disclosure, I do have reference pulled up for each of these dinos. And it doesn't mean I'm like, it's kind of just an idea usually of scale. And I'm kind of just going to try and get the body shape that I'm looking for. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And if you've never drawn like any kind of dinosaurs, dragons, you know, that sort of, all sort of in the same vein, it's not necessarily the easiest thing. Just going to throw that out there. So I'm basically just looking for a body shape that I think works. So they typically have this like longer head shape. And the wings, I think, need to be a little bit longer. And I'm just looking for a gesture, essentially. If I were doing this as a figure drawing, it would just be a placeholder gesture for this. And I may exaggerate things. Clearly, that's a thing you do, because as I was doing kind of the research and just kind of looking around for what I wanted this to be, Jurassic Park was obviously one of the touchstones, and there's so many things that they were just like, raptors aren't really that big, let's go ahead and make them bigger and scarier, and that's going to be our baddie. Not really the case. So that's kind of what's happening here, especially since we don't know what this island is all about. Like, are these genetically enhanced? Is it an undiscovered thing? I think that's kind of the route I was going with it, kind of an undiscovered. Well, undiscovered by the rest of humanity. Probably has billionaires building bunkers on them or something on it, you know. Something nefarious. That's probably the flyover we're getting. Who's encroaching upon my private island where I'm building bunkers? Okay, this is the pterodon come at me. And we could just do a little simple, like, if you want to know what that was, let me back up here. Control C, Alt, hold down Alt or Option, and just pull from that current layer. And we could do a little, like, scale this down, maybe warp it, maybe change the angle and just warp it a little bit so it's not exactly carbon copy, and we can drag it behind, maybe even make it smaller. And I do like the idea of possibly these going off. We've got like a little faux border happening. And I like the idea that maybe that wing is going off the edge of this. I'm going to bring Rumblehump back, and then I think I am going to erase out what's behind it, just so it doesn't affect. Yeah, the placement of this one, I'm going to make this one even smaller, I think, because we get a little bit of a tangent if we leave it right where it is. And I would probably go in and redraw this, because that, you see how thin the detail of that brush is? If I were making this a finished drawing, I would definitely make sure all the line weights work with each other. not necessarily have to be the same size, thickness, which is kind of standard, but it would be a good idea to at least make them kind of work together. All right, so we've got Pterodon come at me. Eyes in the Sky is winning like crazy amount. Okay, I'm gonna end that poll so that we can start a new roll. Oh no, I bumped my little tray. Let's see if it lines up. It's okay. It's okay for a roll. All right, here we go. 7. Taking a look. I'm gonna make a note of our eyes in the sky, and then move on down to 7. What is this? Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus. Or a Diplodocus. Okay, so now we're getting into the, I would say, the chase portion of this, possibly. Let me get down to these. Okay. You guys figure out what you want chasing at this point. The Diplodocus might be, because it's larger, it might be kind of in the background. We're gonna have to arrange all this. I'm hoping we get enough dino choices that it makes sense. But that's also why that one of the alarms on my one of the alarms will alert me that if we haven't done anything yet. So eyes in the sky. So we've already have these. I think this is going to be a simple one. I'm going to paint this as drones. Now, as we get in closer, we may have, like, I think we'll probably just do some drones in the sky for now. And this may wound up being more of a collage type illustration. So a lot of stuff happening through here. Some characters, things up here, but we can also make little locations for things like these drones that may or may not be part of the bigger story. And that's kind of what this is all about. Like, how will we think about this? I'm going to check in on chat. The idea I had for these drones was possibly our heroes, whoever they wind up being. First get to the island, everything seems fine. They're wondering why the dinos are so tame and not an issue. Super grateful for that, I guess they would be. But then they start spotting these little drones as the rumble of Rumblehump gets louder. So there's a little bit of a mystery happening there. And feel free to pop over what you think's happening. I mean, I have no answers for this, but I am going to do one drone a little bit bigger that might be actually chasing our... You know what? I put these like this. I don't want the blades exposed. They're just going to be little spots right now. But I'm going to do a little drone that we can see. Make a little box shape. Something like this. So I'll get my basic form down first. And I think I'm going to do the standard, like 4 little wells, I don't know what you'd call it, places for the blades. And then just build out the rest of the drone from that. Erasing some of these details as we go. There is a little bit of a body here. Maybe there is a top to this drone. Might be some gear or equipment or something. Because I don't have a drone. I am familiar with drones. I know several drone operators. And it's important that the blades are are secure and not going to be broken as soon as it hits something. But that also depends on how big the drone is, what's going on. I don't know. I imagine this would be like a more industrial, heavy thing. You know, maybe 100 pounds, something. Would be heavy to fly. I don't know. If you are a drone operator and you're like, nah, I'm calling BS, please call BS. I'm just going on vibes here. All right, so this is sort of happening, and we could, you know, if we wanted to comic book this, we could add swooshes if we want. I don't know that we're going that route just yet, but that is always an option. Amazon delivery drones. Yeah, they're not actually being chased. They're just trying to get a delivery, and they're like, wait, why is this thing going after us? It's trying to deliver them an island survival kit, a dino island survival kit. See, that's how we make the lore for Rumblehump. Unknown to everyone except for Amazon. Okay, we do. Ooh, the Diplodocus is winning. I think we can go ahead and get our first dino in then. So I'm going to end this poll. And like usual, we will start a new roll. All right, here we go. Ooh, a 12. Okay. A 12. Okay, let's see what that is on our key. Steppin' Stego. Okay, we're starting to get more dinosaurs. Okay, I'm feeling... Whew. Okay, Rampaging Raptor. Okay, which of those would you like to be chasing our heroes? I'm going to go ahead and start working on our Diplo. I'm just going to say that. Or Diplodocus. And I think it's going to be in the back here. So make a layer. And everything we've done is, of course, subject to change. But I like the idea of keeping our options open. There's probably not going to be much to this, and we're going to have to. Reason I mentioned that we're going to have to change a lot of things. Like if this is going to be in our background. Oh, let me move over so you can see what's happening. This is going to be in our background. Then there are going to be things in the foreground, obviously, right? So I'm going to have to probably erase this out as we go. I'm going to try my best to keep it as in the shot as possible, and so we may move it around a little bit. All right, what do we got here? We've got basically a neck. I'm going to go ahead and draw this in a weird bean. This is our body, roughly, but we are at a sort of funky angle. And I'm going to have our tail. Maybe the tail's coming out on this side. I don't know. The legs are rather short for this, so. Also, maybe I should angle it this way. Here, let's try that. I like the head shape, but maybe the body is more back this way. Or like the neck, where the neck is. There we go. I could not imagine something of this size. I mean, there's a lot of indications that there was not a lot of running. But could you imagine just even them walking at, you know, like doing a speed walk, like a mall walker? Insane. Yeah, I think this is going to be far, far in the background. We're probably not going to keep the feet because this angle of the hill is going to give us a little bit of a way to keep the characters stacked, I think. All right, characters. When I say characters here, I mean the dinos, of course. Or whatever creatures that come up, because there's some options today. There are some options. Oh, the Step and Stego is winning. I'm gonna keep that rolling, keep that poll up while I work on this. Also, I'm gonna flip this around. I highly recommend flipping your canvas. Kind of gives you a better idea of how things are going when you think they might be going okay, and then you flip and they're not going okay at all. But that's part of it. That's what you have to get used to or familiar with. There's an inherent sometimes there's just a natural wonkiness, a natural lean that comes up that you might not realize is happening until you flip. Pole is now okay, it must have been late. So the pole is not tied. Whoa, what is Crepe Tuesday? I need to know. Je dois un bon crepe. All right, so we're going to call that good for this. And I guess I can end this poll since it's not tied anymore. Pancake Tuesday. Is that a thing? I don't know what that is. Fill me in. All right, I'm going to end this poll. Oh, Fat Tuesday for sure. Today is Mardi Gras. That's right. And a lot of other things are happening today, right? Okay. I guess that means we have to do a new roll. If we just have to get a new roll going. Oh, our first alarm is going off. I believe that was our first troll toll. So hold on, before we do this, let's go ahead and get our roll. That's a 10. Let's take a look. Oh, I need to choose our Diplodocus and our Step and Stego. and 10. Let's reveal 10, 10, 10, 10. Let's see. Tropical tree line. Kind of already in there, but we'll work on it. Or rocky terrain. So we'll do something with those. It may not be immediate, but we'll definitely have those in there. So this is what you're voting on: tropical tree line, rocky terrain. Jack will get that poll up over on YouTube. And, you know, while you're on YouTube, give us a like, you know, a follow, or whatever you do on YouTube. You know, just to make it official. Just to make it official. So, troll toll. Okay. Here's the theme. We're trying to escape from Rumblehump. Add something to this illustration that would aid our escapees. But you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to go over to Discord on the troll, the roll or troll channel and chime in. So that's what this roll or troll, this troll toll is. So it could be, I don't know, it could be anything that you think of as far. I mean, it could be. I'm having a hard time thinking about it. Any kind of device that would aid them. I mean, it could be a cell phone. It could be anything like that, and we'll highlight it in some way. Or a satellite phone, if that's still a thing. All right, we got to get on to this stego because I think that's probably going to be up in front. So we have a couple of things going on now. We have the troll toll, which I'm going to keep an eye on in the Discord for anybody that wants to help out. And then we have our step and stego was selected, and then you're voting on the tropical tree line. Lots of stuff happening at the moment, but all I'm going to do is focus on this stego. If I can find my reference. There it is. Okay. All right. I think this is going to be more or less in front. More or less. But again, I'm going to go with the bean, that bean shape. Just for the body, possibly. It will be covering part of our Diplodocus. I'm going to get these names all mixed up, by the way. The poll is up. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it. All right, so this one, I'm going to do a little bit of a rough sketch here. I mean, they're all rough sketches, but this one is a little bit tricky because we have these fin type, these fins coming off the top. I don't know what you'd call them. And I am trying to keep most of this as if it's on the same angle as our escape vehicle, whatever that may wind up being. Which is tricky. And I'm going to get a little bit closer to this. And I don't even know if these things run or what they are for this. We're going to pretend like they're all in some sort of motion. check in the Discord, see if there's anything happening. Jack's typing. That's all I see. And the way this is going to work, I'm just going to leave that option open. And if you have something you want to add, jump into the Discord and drop it. If you missed this one, that's fine. There should be another one coming up shortly. I don't really know what the number of these little fins are. I'm going to do this to taste. Because, you know, these are my dinos on this, or they're Rumblehump dinos. They don't really go by, they play by their own rules. And this is certainly in front of our Diplo. And there's probably even something in between here, so we'll see what happens with it. I don't know, maybe this just comes out this way. There's a little bit of spikes on the end of the tail. Guessing this is one of the ones that kind of has a beak look to it. According to the reference, anyway. Rope, a roll of rope. I think that's for the troll toll. I will keep that in mind. If we don't get anything else, we can definitely add some rope to this. So rope may play a part of the escape. How would we be using the rope? If you didn't think there would be follow-up questions, oh, how wrong. How would you use a rope to escape from dinosaurs? I'm going to make a copy of our Diplo and then erase out some of the areas. Oh, you can't see it. I'm blocking the whole thing. Come on, Wade. Pro streamer. All right, Stego is stepping. I don't like that it's full. I may back this one up. I may put this one behind another creature as we get going. I don't know yet. Because I'm not digging the angle too much on it. And I feel like it would be further back in space if it's going to be at this angle. Whether that makes sense or not, it makes sense to me. Trying to get a little bit of an open mouth growl type snarl. And I think there are little spikes on the head as well. Trying to be fairly symmetrical with this. Not visual, symmetrical as in the way for the anatomy of the creature. Not symmetrical as in, like, you know, a butterfly that we're looking at. Does that make sense? So if there's a little spike on this side, I want it to reflect the same way on the other. That's the goal anyway. Climb up the rope, maybe add a Tarzan. Ooh, okay. Maybe there's some kind of swinging from something vibe. Or action, I should say. Some Ewok ingenuity. I mean, they were definitely in their element. Okay, I think that works for now. Not too mad at it. What else were we doing? Okay. Oh, I have to look. We've got rocky terrain. Okay, rocky terrain is going to win because I'm going to end the poll before it can be tied. All right, rocky terrain it is. I just changed the color. I don't know what's going on. Okay. But that means we have to roll. So why not? Okay, here we go. Let's get this roll going. 10. We've already rolled a 10. Not going to put it in the dice jail yet. Let's just see. If we get another one, we might do that. An 8. Okay. So 8. Ooh. Try and try again. Okay. Triceratops. And Quetzalcoatlus. So I'm going to try this one. Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatl. Is I think the largest flying creature that ever existed. I think that's something I read somewhere. So it looks like it looks kind. I mean, it doesn't really look. It looks a lot like the pterodon. So if you don't want to see something that's similar to that, then probably the Triceratops. But you know what? You vote. You do what you got to do. And I mentioned this earlier. We have the rocky terrain. That's not going to be something that's going to be too awful. Because I think we still will have a tree line. We kind of already have a rocky terrain with our mountain. But we can add some foreground rocks. So it looks like we're maybe boulder hopping a little bit to get around. Rocky terrain. I mean, Rumblehump is not a, it's not easily traversed. It's full of terrain that is probably hard to manage. And we could do like a big rock cliff thing here. I'm leaving this space for a potential other choice. But I'm just going to add a few little rock details. And one of the things I want to do is make sure I'm overlapping. Anything I add here, I'm just going to overlap. I'm not going to leave this, but I'm just demonstrating so that everything behind it reads that it's laying back in space. But, you know, more rocky shapes, things like that. Some cracks, some little details. Little pop marks, maybe a wild weed here and there. Something like this. Yes, that one, Aperva, that's correct. Okay. Yeah, so maybe a little rock cliff up here just to kind of drive home the rocky terrain. Maybe not a cliff. Maybe it is another just giant boulder. Or two. I don't know. Got a happy little boulder friend. Okay, so I'm going to leave this space open. That is our rocky terrain. I'm going to let this Quetzalcoatlus and try again going. We may have a lot more. We may have a lot more flying creatures because the flying tyrant. And chat, let me know if you want me to do this. I don't have to add it, but the flying tyrant was 100% going to be a T-Rex with wings. Call it a dragon if you want, but you're gonna have to let me know if you want me to do that. That was one of our choices from the original, and I was planning on doing both of them, but now that we have this, it looks like the Quetzal's gonna win, which is great for me because easier for me to do that, I think. I want to add the hump back to this. It's going to be probably not easier necessarily, but like, I don't know how I'm going to get the difference in the scale. They do look different though. And maybe here's what's going to happen. I'm going to make a copy of our, oops. So you can guys see what's happening here. I'm going to make another copy of this. And turn that, well, you know what? I can save that. I'm going to pull this back, scale this down. And I'm going to use the wings for this because they are very similar. This is now going to be our Quetzal, but the difference being, make sure I'm on the right layer. Yeah. I am going to make a copy of that in case I wanted to keep it, but turn it off. Okay. The difference being the neck and head on this thing is super elongated. Compared to the pterodon. And I will change up the legs a little bit. Trying to make this all work. Now, I don't know if these were all before Rumblehump exploded, were these all out and about? I have no idea. I feel like they were hidden or at least nesting because there was this kind of sleepy malaise over the entire island. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I'm going to get rid of the scribbly stuff from Rumblehump. And we'll have to go back and clean this up if there's time. Okay. So I am using my reference as best I can. Tiny T-Rex wings. Yes, yes. Okay, looks like we need that. So I'll probably start the next after we, oh, I need to end this because we're working on that. Let me go ahead and do a couple things here, just so we keep this rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and this is our Quetzalcoatlus. I'm gonna put a little arrow by this to make sure I do that. But I want to go ahead and start a new roll just so that we have something for you guys to vote on. So let's do it. Okay. Don't roll another repeat. 9. Okay, I don't think we've had a 9. No, we have not had a 9. So let's take a look. We got to start figuring out how we're getting off the island. That is Bronto background. So Brontosaurus, our spine-tingling terror for our Spinosaurus. So those are the options, Jack. We'll get those up in a poll for you. Remember, all the polling is over on YouTube. We're gonna keep working on this Quetzal just for a moment because it's not gonna take long, and then we'll jump right into our flying tyrant. Because yes, also maybe the beak is open on this one. I think we can have enough detail to show that the beak is open. And the back, I don't have a reference of this. Obviously, there are no real photographic references of these things. Surprise, surprise. But the back legs are also teeny. And I will change this up just slightly. Just so the silhouette is a little bit different. And there's more of a curve to the neck. It's a little bit exaggerated curve, but I think it works. No photographs of dinosaurs? I mean, if you could find some legit photographs of dinosaurs, I think it would definitely make some headlines somewhere. Polaroids of dinosaurs found in long-lost cave on the mysterious island of Rumblehump. All right, flying tyrant, you say? Well, we got to make room, right? Our drones, I'm going to move the top of these drones. Actually, let's do something else. I don't really like the scribbly drones up top. So I'm just going to grab them and delete them, and then flying tyrant. Okay, I'm gonna work off a little bit of let's see, I think I want this like over our, we may have to scale this up or down depending on what's gonna happen. I'm not sure yet. Okay, but I'm just gonna work out in the, I'm gonna work out in the open. I'm gonna turn this drone off. What I mean is, this is not the final placement for this. In fact, I think I'm going to turn off these two. I don't want any influence. my gosh. This is already cracking me up. Oh man, okay. I'm gonna pull up just a little bit of reference for me because I didn't have this one straight up ready. I mean, it's supposed to be a challenge, right? That's what this whole thing is. If we're not challenging ourselves, are we really growing? Are we? Definitely want him in, like, want this in Jurassic Park-like roar pose, sort of. I don't know. We'll see where we get with it. I mean, essentially, this is a dragon, for the most part. Depending on how you look at it, I guess. His little wee arms, what are they going to be doing? Oh my gosh. Okay. My brain is trying to work out all the angles. Sort of getting there. I'm going to extend this out a little bit and drop this jaw down. Okay. I'm going to flip this around because, man, it's kind of close to where I want it, but so far away. So far away. It already seems so real, so lifelike. It's almost as if someone found photographs in a lost cave on Rumblehump. Too far? Too much? Probably. Just floppy wee arms. Yeah, I think they're like... I think they're going to be doing the, like... I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be doing. Probably not much of anything. Because I was going to put... Oh, we have another troll toll. So we got... I'm going to go ahead and mark the other one. I'm going to mark the other one. Before I forget, I'm going to come back to our tyrant. Our flying tyrant. I'm going to mark this as a note to myself. Rope. But we have another one. So if anybody wants to chime in with I prefer you go to the Discord if you have anything to add. For a troll toll, you can add something that will help us. In this case, it could be another creature or a dino type that's actually chasing. The first one was to aid, and the other one is to hinder our survivors, which we haven't even gotten to any of that. We got about an hour, so I'm not super stressed about that. But I am going to get back to this real quick. Also, the Bronto, the poll is still going, it looks like. We need that to be broken. Anybody want to break a tie? Go and vote over on YouTube. Oh, I think there we go. That's a little bit better. Keep believing this to the last. I need to fix. I need to make sure I'm finishing my thoughts. Second, the areas I start on, I move away from. I do that a lot. I work back and forth. See if things are working for me. And I think we're okay. I think we're getting there with this. Kind of looks like he's smiling, which I'm not mad about. I think I need to make the jaw bigger though. The bottom jaw needs to be larger. Let me see about that. Yeah, that feels a little better. And I do want this hump, I think. There we go. Get a little snoot action. All right. I'm gonna grab the bottom of this body a little bit, just so I can warp this into a place that I might feel a little bit more comfortable. I like that it's a little on the oblong, chunky side. Or starting to remind me of, anybody saw the D&D movie, the dragon they face off with. Can't really do much based on its probably its sequestered long times. I guess I would say probably hibernating. I would guess. Now, do these wings hold this weight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is that the magic of Rumblehump? Maybe. Possibly. I mean, there's definitely something magical about it. It's a special magic. All right. Maybe I will take this, change it up just slightly. Give us a little bit more of a neck. And maybe, I don't know. Not mad. I'm not too mad at where it is right now. I don't want to spend all day on it. So I am going to flip us back around. Nope. What is happening? My hotkey not working now. What's going on? There we go. There we go. I'm not too fussed about this. I think it works. I am gonna move these wings down now that I moved the body down a little bit. It takes a little bit of the comedy out of it, I think, but I'm okay with this. It's fine. I still think there's struggles that are worth a laugh. Yeah, let's extend this neck out a little bit. Bring this plate, chest plate or whatever, in a little bit. Okay, moving on. I think you made a grand choice in wanting to do this. Definitely worth the time, I think. Probably some of my finest work, or my finest roller troll work. I might scoot this at an angle. The first hummingbird, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna pull these up. And then we'll put the other wing over here. Hopefully that still reads as a wing. All right. Good enough for me. Now we have to add back our drones, our Diplo. What did I do? Why is that reversed out now? Don't know why that's reversed out. What did I do? Something I was smashing in those when I was doing the hotkeys for sure. See, did the, oh, there we go. And then the stego. Okay. I am going to make a copy of this tyrant. If I can select it. Okay, copy. And now I'm going to try to place it in here. I think it's going to be, it's not very aggressive looking, which kind of cracks me up. I think it's going to be back here. Flying along with everything else. We'll give it a little bit of a lurch over. You have to kind of balance those things out when you're, because even though you can rotate things, that doesn't necessarily mean the angle is correct based off the drawing. So just because you can move things around, you want to make sure that your perspective and everything is still correct for the drawing. I'm going to get rid of some of this, and then I have to get, yeah, I'm going to erase out that. I mean, he'd be pretty massive. Unfortunately, I think I may have to just move him up for now. Yeah, there's a lot going on. You can see where the tail is kind of having an issue placement wise, because the Quetzal is going to be further back than the Diplo, and I don't want this to be necessarily in front. It's just a layering thing. It's like a visually layering thing. So I may arrange this. I don't know. I'll put it back here, and then I'll scale it down just slightly. While I have that, maybe I will make... I was going to make the bottom part of this a little bit bigger, but... it's fine. It's fine like it is. Okay, we do have a Bronto background. I'm going to end that poll. So now we'll have another, like a larger creature behind everything. But I do want to roll again just in case. Just in case we can add, well, not just in case, but just so we can add more dinos if we get them. But it all depends on the roll. Switch over. There we go. Nope. We need the die cam. Okay, here we go. 9. Okay, it's sorry. It's jail time. Gonna put this in the jail. It's rolled 2 9s, 2 11s. We're done. We're done with that one. All right, so let's roll again. A 12. We already have a 12. Are you going in the dice jail as well? That is an 18. All right, saved. Okay, 18. Accidental arrivals. Okay, this is going to be our protagonist, our stranded survivors. Both are pretty much the same. I think it depends on. It's going to really come down to how they look, probably what they're wearing. So the accidental arrivals, I think, would be probably someone that was potentially vacationing, and then and then the survivors are the ones that I don't know. Maybe they've been here for a minute. A little bit more harangued, a little bit more weary. But we'll see. So those are our options. There still is a troll toll. I will check the Discord just in case somebody has chimed in. Nobody has chimed in. Yeah, dice gel. Absolutely. Give him a jort. Just a 1 jort tutu. Okay, I see where chat is at. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have a note for myself on this. Whoa, hello. This Bronto Bronto background. And we will get started with that right now. I'm going to pull up a reference again. Just, got to have your reference ready. And I like the idea. Let me add a new layer. I like the idea of this Bronto, probably just a head peeking out. And you're probably like, well, what's the difference going to be? Well, you're not going to be able to see too much of a difference. except the neck is much longer. And the head is actually just tiny, a little bit smaller. And basically just a gesture of a shape. Just a little head shape. Oh, I don't think I labeled that one. Let's see. Did I? No. Bronto. I do feel like there has to be someone behind this whole thing. Some mastermind. All right, I think that works for our Bronto. The accidental arrivals, I think that's where we're going to go with on this. And I'm going to make a little bit of room. I'm going to take our tyrant again and make another copy. And I'm going to make it even smaller. Could be flying up higher. I don't know. It could be behind these. Probably again running into that issue of being in front. I mean, I like it as a highlight, but I'm going to leave it there for now. I did make it a little bit smaller. And I think we're going to get our two characters in here. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll, because I want to make sure we do have time for these. I can go ahead and get another poll started for us with another roll. Okay, let's go. That is a 2. The 2. I don't know what's next. Chat picks a number. Okay, chat. Pick a number. And this time, unlike I think all of the other roller trolls, maybe one, you can pick 20. So you can pick 1, 3, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, and 20. And just start shouting out what you want. I will pick the one that I see the most of, I guess. We've got a 3. We've got a 5. We've got Jack saying yes. We'll pick a number 1 through 20. We got a 13. All right. I don't see any duplicates yet. I don't even remember I don't know what these are, so. 15. 5. Okay, we have 2 5s, so that's going to be what we're going to reveal. I'm hoping this is an actual choice. Nope. It's good to be king. It's supposed to be the king. Here, let's fix that. All right, chat. I am going to need your help for this. And then we'll roll again, just so we have a poll going. What is going on? So, good to be the king. Chat names T-Rex. So, name our flying tyrant. I'll let you guys figure that out while you name this. In the meantime, let's do another roll. So just start throwing out names in the chat. And I'll if they're good ones, I will make a note of it. All right, let's get rolling. 14. Favorite number of the day. Okay, here we go. 3. Okay, 3 has not been picked. So let's do it. Paleolithic pal or Cretaceous creature. So something else is going to show up. Creature will be chasing, pal will be helping. So they'll be helping our rivals, accidental arrivals. I'm thinking we have someone in a sun hat. Let's see how this is going to work. Oh, I have this on the flying tyrant. Hold on, let me pick. I'll just make a new layer from it. How about that? Okay. Jort is the Jessica Jort, I think is the name. Little Wing Jessica Jort, or Jessica Jort Hendricks. Thanks, Jack, for posting the poll. I know they're kind of coming rapid pace. Yes, Meeps? We have our Meeps is cheering me on back here, I think. Don't know what these characters are going to be doing. I definitely want a surprise look on them, on the faces. They didn't sign up for this. So I'm thinking sun hat, maybe they had a little like head wrap scarf thing under that as well. This could be breaking the border as well, I don't know. Yeah, I think I like that, breaking the border. Is it a round top hat? Yeah, I think so. A little bit of hair coming through, a little bit of frazzle. Quite surprised the island is erupting and coming alive when they thought, hey, we're probably looking at vacation time here. Oh, there we go. That's our last alarm of the day, but we're already in it. That was an alarm to make sure that I got onto some character work. That's what we're working on here, just to kind of make this, hopefully tie some of these things in together. Let's see what's winning in the poll. Paleolithic pal. Okay, okay. I think this is our other survivor, our our other accidental. Trying to get this mouth a little bit. Oh, I think we lost our music as well. Got to keep those jams going. Accidental arrival. I guess they could have been dropped off, you know, boat to an island. They were like, hey, here you go. Totally not meaning to, but there is a kind of Laura Dern look to this character, which is kind of funny to me. I don't know if that happened subconsciously or what, but it's kind of where we are. All right, and the companion, which I don't know. What would ooh, I think when we think about this compositionally, I think I want this reversed. Maybe. And I'll explain why. Yeah, so I want to have the eye line or the eyes looking in towards the composition. Because before it was leading your eye away from everything, and I think it's probably best to not have that. Just initial thoughts. Just a little composition 101. I want both of them to be lost. I want both of them to be like, uh-oh, what's happening? At least that's the goal. We'll see what happens. I feel like he's like leaning out to look as well. Maybe this is upon their arrival and everything has just gone down. Well, upturned brows potentially for the shock. Yeah, I'm not really big on the hair here. I'm not sure what they're doing. This could be like a younger, like maybe I don't know. What do we think? Chat? See, poll is still going. Paleolithic Pal is winning, so they gotta have a companion as they watch all of this go down. maybe it's not something they expected. And I also like the idea of it is maybe reptilian and wrapped around, sitting on the shoulder. It could be a monkey of some sort, but I like the idea of it all being dino themed. I'm also going to take our drone and move it down just to give me the space. All right, so I'm going to end that poll, and then we'll start a new roll. See what else we can get. Oh, this one is a nice and thick. Here we go. 10. Get out of here. You've already had a 10. Let's try it again. 14. So close to dice jail, but we made it. $14. Flowing fumes or a billowing blast. Okay, this goes back to what Rumblehump is going to look like in the background. We're either going to have like big old forceful cloud of ash, or it's going to be a little bit more, I don't know, whimsical, stylized. Might be a little bit of both. But in the meantime, I'm going to work on our little lizard thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a hybrid of something. Hello? Meeps is on it. Meeps is on it today. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh yeah, before I forget. Oh wait, were we doing? Oh yeah, this was this. Notes. Oop. There we go. I think it too should be looking back, or maybe it's looking. It's regarding its new friends and being like, "Are you guys okay?" Oh my gosh, is it Rumblehump Yoshi? Yes, yes it is. It is 100% Rumblehump Yoshi. And I thought we wouldn't have anything creative today. If we got out of this alive with a Rumblehump Yoshi, I'm all about it. Also, what was the name again? Jessica Jort Hendricks. I don't think that was the intended reason for Jort maybe being posted. There we go. And we don't know. Maybe that is the Rumblehump. Maybe these all came. I don't know. Maybe there's an intelligence to these creatures. I don't know. I think there is. I think something's going on, at least with some of them. Okay, so I think Yoshi has a little bit of that patterning on the front. Something similar. It doesn't have to be exactly, you know. It's just an idea. Okay. The flowing fumes looks like they're winning. I'm gonna let that run just for a minute as I play a little bit of cleanup. It's wild. We really don't have a villain of the piece, and that's okay. Because I do feel like there was something that triggered this. There's something behind all of this. I'm gonna flip this around. I'm not digging this face at all. The eye is a mess, but that's okay. We're not going for full-on perfection here. Clearly. In fact, this little creature's like, what is wrong with this guy? Bring this jaw up a little bit, get this mouth shape working slightly more in my favor. No, don't want to chad this up too much. Definitely on vacation because something is happening over there. Okay, all right. Works for me for now. I don't know about that hairstyle, but what are you gonna do? You're on vacation, you try to do things. Maybe they tried a new hairstyle. All right. The flowing fumes looks like I'm gonna go ahead and end that so that we can move right along. Let's see. Gotta make a bunch of notes here. Boom. And then we gotta get that's a rolling. We only have about 20 minutes, and I do want to kind of clean this all up. I'm not sure how that's going to work. All right, 17. Island totems, receding ruins. Okay, so here's what's gonna. We only have about 20 minutes, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go ahead and start jumping into this. Originally, I was gonna have you find folks decide on the vehicle. I'm also gonna move our little tyrant back here. I think that works okay. And maybe make them a little bit bigger. Just to fill that space in a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and start fleshing this out. New. And you guys want to shout out what vehicles? I think we're doing a little like something that looks like a Jeep. But we got to get rolling. I wanted to have this at least be penciled in. And I was wondering if I would open that up for anybody to throw in what they wanted this to be, and I was like, that is so dangerous but also hilarious. A tandem cycle. See, that's why I say this. That's why I say this. What are they gonna be fleeing on? No, it has to be a vehicle. Motorized vehicle, some sort. But you didn't say that, Wade. You didn't say that. You just said vehicle. True facts. True facts. Also, like, wanted to, when I was sketching this out, I was like, if we wind up doing a Jeep or any kind of vehicle, I definitely wanted the front of it to have, like, it almost has its own cringe expression. Like, don't know about this. There we go. Little buggy. Yeah, that would be cool. I'm going to just make a generic layer because I do want to add... I'd mentioned the tree line potentially being in here. I am keeping an eye on the poll. Looks like the totems is winning. I think we could have a place in the middle for that. And since we do need to work on the plume, spoke plumes, I think that's what I'm going to... let me go back to Rumblehump layer. And the plumes, I think, is going to do one of those, like, filling the area. Like, there's a forceful push. And then it's just clouding up everything. Like, there might be a little bit of, like, some other, like I said, something else going on here. Like, even the volcano exploding isn't quite right. There's something else happening. Like, sure, yeah, it's exploding and things are taking shape. But it didn't even like explode in a normal way. Something almost magical about it. A Herkimer battle, Jenny? Yes, 100%. Those things are indestructible. Also, hello, Sarah. How are you? All right, I think this works for kind of the cloud coverage slash smoke. Definitely more room for tree lines, but and this is going to be one of those. I think totem is going to win. Yeah, we got to close totem off. And I'm going to do one more roll. Should I do one more roll? Okay, we'll do one more roll. One more roll. One more roll. One more roll. Okay. 14. I think we already did a 14. It's going into the jail. It's the second time it's rolled. Should we do 3 strikes? I don't know. Boop. That's twice. Two in the old jail there. All right, another roll. That is a 12. I don't think we have. Oh, we did do a 12. Oh my gosh. An 8. Oh no, that's twice. We're gonna give this one more chance. I don't have another D20. Oh, I do. I do have one more D20. That's a 13. Okay. 13 was requested earlier. I think Clever requested that. I don't remember what 13 is. Oh, okay. So this signs of civilization. Makeshift labs. Okay. So those are that's going to be the last option. I'm going to make a note that we picked, what was it? Island totems. Okay. So I'm going to get working on that. You guys go vote and we'll try to wrap this thing up soon. So, totems are coming up. What I want to do here, I think I'm going to put a few placeholders. Something like this. So that they have kind of their own little place in the composition. And I think I was going to do this with symmetry tool, but I don't think I'm going to at this point. But I kind of want to do like dino faces, whatever that's going to mean for a totem. So probably teeth, eye, snoot, and that'll be one layer of totem. And that'll be something similar. Maybe we'll try. This will be our horn, a horn maybe for a Triceratops or something. Maybe that's what these are. There's little horns here off the side. Eye shape. Beak shape. What else? What else is there about it? I'll just do another variation of the top one. Teeth, snoot, eyes, something like that. And I'll just do a little bit of like greebly look so that it looks like you're kind of getting that on the backside. And these are, of course, you know, totems that are on the island. So I'm probably going to do a little bit of vine wrapping. Checking the clock. I think we have time. Thinking vines are probably wrapping around this. Probably also on this one. And then there's like the little vines that hang from the vines, you know. Little plants, little leaves, vines back here as well. I do want to make sure that I'm not losing the edge of our little dino here. So I'm just going to put a little emphasis on that. And it looks like signs of... Oh, we have a tie. Of course we have a tie with 8 minutes to go. Digging it. Digging it. I'm just going to keep working then. You sort this out, chat. Blame chat for this, right? I'll add a few lines here to kind of give us the idea that some of this stuff is still happening. Oh yeah, the rope. Maybe here's our rope. I'm going to put our rope on our accidental arrival, draping over this shoulder. This is the rope that I don't know has somehow helped save them and escape. Also, chat, is this going to be an escape? I'm not sure how you're taking a Jeep off of the island. Just saying. I never promised that they would get off the that we would make it. All right, there's our rope. Maybe there's a hand holding it. Oh, that's right. We do end early on Behance. I'm going to go ahead. Looks like Makeshift Labs has won. So let's see if we can't wrap this up within the hour. I'm going to put these labs down here, and I think what they are, they're just going to be cargo containers. We'll say that this is the tree line. We have a bunch of these stacked containers. Peeking out of the tree line here. With probably, I mean, there would be more than just containers, but probably have some sort of satellite and or communication stuff coming off the top. I'm going to move our drone over. Here's what I think's happening. I think something triggered this, and I know we're not going to get to it, but there's something called a microraptor, and I think it was wearing some kind of there's some sort of intelligence going on there. We had a pathological paleontologist that may have come up and helped or hindered the situation, but they triggered this. The accidental survivors or accidental arrivals just got caught up in the mess, and they are trying to flee for their lives. So that is the escape from Rumblehump. I don't know if we got where we needed to go with it, but I enjoyed it the entire time. Definitely thought we would have more dinos in here. Not mad at what we got. We got quite a few here, especially our tyrant that's kind of sitting there. But yeah, I would say that's going to do it for us. I don't want to keep everybody too long. I know that we've gotten in the habit of running over on Behance, but I'm going to shut it down now just so that we're not asking for another vote or anything else with 4 to 5 minutes to go. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. It's always a pleasure. I think next week is for now is the last scheduled roller troll. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please join us if you'd like. And be sure to follow us on YouTube and check our Discord for everything that's happening over on Adobe Live. All right, thanks everybody. See you guys real soon. Bye.